Oh, it's time to go to Timbrook Honda. Why am I going to Timbrook Honda? Yeah. Hey, you notice my Chevy hat? I bought a Chevy hat. First Chevy hat for me in years and years. Yeah, I'm going to Timbrook Honda because I owe them the mirrors for Honda Trail 125. I'm going to take a ride out there and do more conversations on this Colorado. I tell you what, Colorado, it's interesting on its different personalities of these vehicles. Where this one here, I mean, just getting out of this thing is a bear. I'm going to tell you what, maybe out there wants this Bison package. This thing is not easy without these steps. I'm 5'10", and I'm challenged. I am very challenged to get in this truck. It's a lot of freaking work. I wouldn't recommend this vehicle. I mean, in some ways, you're better off buying like the Trail Boss. I'm just telling you. But what's kind of interesting about this technology, when somebody texts you in the Apple Play and you have your radio on, you can't hear what they're saying. The music continues to play on this vehicle, and so you literally have to pick up your phone and read the message because you can't hear the text message because the music's in the background. Basically, the music's in the front and the text is in the background. Just not very smart, you know, for me. And that's what I say about anybody goes out and says he can drive a car in 10 minutes and come to closure, it's the vehicle for them. You can't. You don't know what you're talking about, you know, because you start to find out the different personalities of this vehicle. And the first thing is, without these steps being put on this vehicle, this thing is as bad as jumping out of my daughter's Ram Black 2500. I mean, I'm not embellishing. This thing's extremely high, and just no thank you. I mean, sincerely, I got to get steps. Those things are like $1,200. Yikes. Blah. Why didn't they come with the truck, right? And then over here, your blinkers, I mean, I should say your windshield wiper, how do you get it to do it's on its own? How do you get it just to do a wipe? This is your high beams. This is your blinker. This is to squirt windshield washer fluid on your windshield. So how do you do just a wipe without having to go back here and push this little button down? But then you've turned on the wipers. So it's very interesting to see how each manufacturer, the engineers in the background, how they develop things and what they think makes sense and doesn't make sense. And then, as I've told you before, this vehicle, I don't know if it's just because it's small, but you'll freeze yourself out of this damn vehicle with this air conditioning. I mean, it's just all in your face. And then, as I've talked, this rear spare tire, not to have a camera rear view mirror capability. I mean, that just makes no sense whatsoever. You know, so once again, I'm kind of getting to learn all the different little things here. It's like here, you see up here in these buttons, that's for your interior lighting. So as I drive this vehicle around, you know, I'm getting to know it. I'm getting to know its personality more and more as I ride around it. I put 93 octane in the vehicle this morning. It's showing, it would have shown about 390 miles, 384 miles or so to empty earlier. We're at 15.9. Do I hit 16? I think I'll hit 16, but I don't think it'll get much better than that. And a lot of people are weighing easily 4-cylinder single turbo motor that's in so many ways a weakling in so many ways, but in some other ways it's not, because 130 foot-pounds of foot torque. So, which is pretty, that's pretty hefty per se. That's not bad for a 4-cylinder motor. Timbrook Honda, but it just doesn't end, because at Timbrook Honda they just got in some brand new Honda Africa Twin motorcycles. Yeah, it's incredible how it seems like anymore the manufacturers every 2 to 3 years they're doing like just total updates and revamps on these vehicles. I mean, what is going on? I mean, so the Honda Africa Twin, I've had like 3 of those, and it just seems like about every 2 years they do a revamp on it and a remodel. So yeah, so what does that turn into? Yeah, I don't know. You know, what do I give up, right? I mean, sincerely, what do I give up for a Honda Africa Twin? In all reality, the CB650 would probably be the smartest thing to give up, because that thing's ever to get written. And I actually think that I would get good trade value for it because you can't buy these things anymore. The 650 stateside is not available. And I think they would get good money. So there would be one possibility if I went that direction. But yeah, to get another bike, I don't ride the bikes I have. I know, I hear you. But it's always about the adventure, as everybody knows, with my nice new Chevy hat that came in yesterday from Amazon. Just got back from Costco. I tell you what, as you progress in life, it just doesn't end. It just, to me, it seems like I'm at the frickin' store. You know, to me, it seems like every other damn day. You know, buying more water, buying more Gatorade, buying more food, buy this, buy that. Oh my gosh. Who doesn't know these stories? Who doesn't just want to go? So here you go, windshield wiper. It has no technology in this to pick up on should it go slow or fast. So it doesn't have that. In a lot of vehicles, you know what I'm talking about, they have the windshield wiper capability that senses heavier rain, lighter rain, and how often to swipe the windshield. Well, once again, this is a $62,000 mid-sized truck, and all the little amenities, you don't get it. I mean, beyond unbelievable that you're in so many ways. You're in a full-size Chevy. You buy a full-size Chevy Silverado that's discounted, and you're way ahead of this vehicle. You say to somebody, I would buy that before I buy this. This is a total toy type of vehicle, but for the amount of money you're spending, unless you're the radical person going off-road, you're never going to get really the money out of what you put into it. Here's the kid. We've hit the 16 mile per gallon mark, but you know what? It's not budging. Is that the highlight? Now here's another thing. Another thing. Yeah, it's, you know, the review of the Bison truck, and until you ride around this thing day in, day out, you just don't start to connect the dots, what's good and bad. Now, so I turned off the air conditioning. It's too damn cold in this damn thing. So, but now my windows are fogging up, so I have no choice but to go to the AC again. But I'm going to have to turn this thing up to like 78 degrees. Otherwise, you're just freezing in this truck. It's beyond unbelievable. Now, here's the next thing. When you go to these side-mounted steering wheel and you change around your stations, you have no idea when you have your Apple CarPlay on, you have no idea what station you're listening to. So right now, I'm going through different stations, and you'll have to go to your music screen. Now, maybe this here shows it to you when you go to different stations. No, it does not. So what a joke. Total joke. So you got to go here to your music only infotainment center, and so then I can see when I change channels. But when you're on the Apple CarPlay, you have no clue. My other vehicles that I own, the Ram, the Fords, Jeeps, you can have your Apple Play on, and you can see somewhere between the infotainment center or the screen here, and trust me, I've gone through all the different screens here to try to figure out where it would have like the music, and I'm not seeing it. So when you change station, you really have no idea of what station you're on without having to go, oh, here it is. So there it is. So I found it. Well, there you go. So as I'm talking about it, and I forced myself to look a little harder, so you have to go to specific screen to figure that out. So that's not too bad then. But if you're the RPM guy, so that's interesting. So now we have the Speedo and the RPM all in one, which that's kind of cool. See that? I give a little. So, but now, all right, so that's good. Really aggravating. I was like, what a joke. But once again, until you ride around these vehicles, you really don't know them until you start interacting to do all your different things. So now, the windshield wiper is going back and forth, and I manually have to adjust it now. And it's for a lot of people watching my channel, they'd be like, what's the big deal? The big deal is, this is a $62,000 truck. It's not acceptable that the manufacturers are getting away with getting these vehicles so expensive, or they're taking some of the amenities out of the vehicle. And so in their position probably is just, you know, shut the hell up, be happy. Yeah, right. All right. Now we're going over the mountain, and does the vehicle go back to under 16 miles per gallon? we're going to be going down over the mountain and getting a lot of the freewheeling time. So this thing should probably do pretty good on that. I should pick up a tenth of a mile, shouldn't I? But I'm really glad I figured that out, because if I wouldn't have found that screen, I would have been really ragging on this truck. Like, oh my gosh, what a joke. A lot of my subscribers are weighing in. I definitely have to get the Ranger Raptor, just for the fact that I have to be able to really live out of these vehicles and really be able to tell each individual really what makes sense. And I think at the end of the day, I really think the Ranger Raptor is going to win for the most part. It's not the win for the better looking of the two, but I think it's going to win on just being a much more, just has a lot more amenities, or I don't know yet. I really don't know till I drive around that truck and actually own one. As we rock over the mountain to go to Timbrook Honda, what do I buy now, right? Do I get into Timbrook Honda and escape? I ordered an accessory rack for the Honda Monkey, and I ordered a showy helmet, and that it's not due until I think the end of the week, but that thing ain't cheap. So I'm not even touching the gas, the brake. She's just freewheeling down the mountain, and I'm really surprised this thing hasn't jumped to 16.1 miles per gallon. Wow. I really like the window tint. That's really cool. Timbrook Honda, here I is. And what's happening here at Timbrook Honda today? I don't see the Talon Black. Oh, there it is. Over there. They got quite the selection. Always something to buy. Look at the blue one. Isn't that neat? If I lived out in bigger country, I'd definitely have a few of these things. Have some fun. Fun here at the dealership. All right. These mats, they're nice, but they're so damn slick. So your feet, I mean, and I've had so many different of these mats. The downside is your foot slips when you're trying to relax. So it needs to be a little softer material. And like Husky Liner and WeatherTech offer that. And just another thing to think about. Now this type of truck here, does it say I bought something today? I guess you could go in sideways. But other than that, what do you do, right? Yeah, no, some people here watching the show, you know, you're kind of ragging on your truck today. Well, what I'm doing is I'm sharing with you honest opinions of owning the truck and being with the truck and starting to get to really know the truck. So it's just the facts of life. And sometimes people don't want to hear the negativity of a vehicle. And that's why on my channel I try to share with people the reality of what it is. There goes somebody at lunch or something like that right now. Who is that, right? A dual clutch transmission. Whoa. They kick their that's a good sounding bike, isn't it? Isn't that fun? Hey, let's get one of those, right? Here at the Timbrook Honda, it's dangerous. It's dangerous when I walk in the door of this place. It's dangerous when I walk in this place because the judge will bring down the hammer and say, case dismissed. Amen. How you doing?
Pretty good. I think Jack just walked out.
So what now?
Jack just wanted to get some food.
The Jack man? Oh, you know, I forgot to bring in the damn mirrors. Hold on. So this is classic. So I came out here to give them the mirrors to my old Honda Trail CT125, but yet only to forget to bring them in. It's just incredible. Oh, I wish you could have heard that guy's car. It's all about the noise. So here's the mirrors. So I did my due diligence. Yeah, these things are probably, I would say $50 to $100. What do you guess? That bum. Hey, let's go check out another toy that has come into Timbrook Honda. Here, is Mike back there?
He is, but let's see where they got it.
Hey, you got a black Rubicon? I've never seen. Is it black?
No, that's green.
Green.
Forest green. Black
Forest green. So there's my Honda 125. I don't miss that. That monkey's so much more fun.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Now look at this. This is an old CT70. This is a CT70? No, that's a monkey.
That's a monkey.
But far away, it had that.
That's a 19.
Yeah, so it had that look of the CT70 kind of. Oh my gosh, this thing's way up.
I don't know what they did with it.
You think they put it over there?
It's probably.
What about over here?
It's in there somewhere.
It's not right here?
No, there's a gold one. Hold on. I didn't know they were going to do that.
So you can't even get to it.
Right there it is.
Yeah, but that sucks. I thought it was on the ground.
I'll get it out for you.
Oh my gosh.